Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the Weekly Comic Book Roundup. We're at the end of this week's the DC portion of this week's roundup. So we're going to be covering Batman: Brave and the Bold, number 20. So, as is usual for Brave and the Bold, we have quite a few stories. First off, we have The Price, focusing on Zatanna. Men's Underworld, focusing on Part 2, focusing on Wonder Woman and Plastic Man. Keep It Down, focusing on Onomatopoeia. Hive Mind, I actually don't remember who that focuses on. Focusing on Animal Man and Martian Manhunter, and The Tattoo, focusing on Batman. So, we start off with The Price. Batmite is a constant thorn in Batman's side, but he means well. He's Batman's self-proclaimed lifelong biggest fan from the Fifth Dimension. But turns out that Zatanna also knows of Batmite and gets involved occasionally. Turns out that Batmite, or Zatanna, when she was young, ended up saying her name backwards into a Bleedstone mirror of her father's. This was this is in the period of time when Bruce Wayne was training with Zatanna's father in Escapology. But Batmite helped, so that trapped her in the bleed. And to be perfectly honest, in the Fifth Dimension. And Batmite helped her get out. But she basically took him back with her, and he got to watch Bruce Wayne perform an escape, but not as Batman, and before he even was Batman. So Zatanna feels that it's her fault that Batmite is the price that she paid for the saying her name in the Bleedstone mirror. And so over the story, she works to stop Zatanna. Apparently she can use backwards signing of spells. Earlier in time, she utilized a mouth on her hand. Another time she got Constantine to help. She also asked for guidance on how to deal with Fifth Dimension imps from Thunderbolt. And was told about Batmite from Batman. And when she was 11 months old, apparently she came into he popped up in Zatanna's dressing room, Zatanna's father, to tell her that basically it's not her fault, and the story ends with Batmite going into a clock to get to the proper time frame to win as Batman. Instead, however, he ends up catching a glimpse of Batman Beyond. So, next our next story, Man's Underworld. Uh, Wonder Woman's golden lasso has been stolen by a group known as Mirror House. They do auctions of superhero memorabilia, mainly like batarangs or the stuff that can disappear from the evidence locker, basically. However, that's they're stepping things up because, well, they have a new proprietor, Roulette. The issue opens in the past. Turns out that Roulette and Eel O'Brien, later known as Plastic Man, were associates. In the present, she took a flamethrower to Plastic Man upon discovering him at Mirror House. Then, but Diana manages to get her lasso back, and she basically legitimizes Roulette by dealing with her personally. But she grabs Plastic Man with a lasso to escape, and Plastic Man turns into Eel. And so he explains that Plastic Man is a character he created because he's been it's here he's been for a long time. Sometimes he loses track of that. He tells her one his real name, and he did a lot of bad things with Eel O'Brien. If he was as Plastic Man, maybe he can he fought crime in the hopes that one day he could do more good as Plastic Man at least than Eel O'Brien had done bad. But Diana tells him that keeping score, even with yourself, is a game that none of us need to play. And because of this moment, the two of them become quite the basically. Diana gains a new respect for Plastic Man and declares to be firmly an ally of hers. Next up, we've got Keep It Down, focusing on Automatopoeia. Automatopoeia is I want to say, Flash or Green Arrow villain. But he's a serial killer who basically, when a sound happens, like say a gunshot, he makes the sound as well. But he was taking down a handful of C-list heroes. But he goes to his safe house and someone's been there. So he makes his way home and starts hearing noises and trying to fight off the urge to say those noises. Apparently, there's someone known as the Maintenance Man coming after him, who's supposedly coming after him. And so Automatopoeia figures that the Maintenance Man is a construction worker working nearby and puts a bullet through his head. However, the next day, another construction crew at his house, and the lead worker apologizes for the noise, but it must be given onomatopoeia a killer headache. Then we've got Hive Mind, part 2. In part 1, Martian Manhunter was enlisted by Animal Man to help his daughter. She's been having trouble with her dreams. But Maxine Baker is an avatar of the Red, much like her father. But the basic idea is that she's having to come to grips with all the aspects of the Red. And that there's a circle of life, so to speak. And she's having to accept that. And the story ends with her beginning to work at accepting that, and Animal Man, and a few days later, Martian Manhunter is at the Baker household for breakfast, and Animal Man hopefully tries to convince him to help with the fixing one of the cabinets in the kitchen. Our last room is the tattoo. Bruce Wayne wakes up in the middle for basically going to Batman, and discovers the tattoo has suddenly appeared on his chest. He doesn't remember it. Looks into the surveillance footage. Something's off. Then, while swinging through Gotham, finds another tattoo. So he called it a night early, and later he wakes up and again another tattoo, and another one, and another one. But it's all because he wakes up and from his sleep, and Alfred's there, and Alfred tells Bruce that not all burdens are meant to be carried alone. The anxiety, the fear of failure, these are enemies that Bruce can't defeat with the tools in his utility belt. And when he tries to bear them alone, it leaves a mark. And Alfred reminds Bruce that he is not alone, and they'll work through these they'll work to defeat these enemies together. And that is where the issue ends. Good issue. I especially like the Batman Zatanna story. Interesting with the concept of a link between the two, the potential link between Batmite's fixation on Batman and Zatanna. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.